We are already at the beginning of the year 2026, and that leads me to the question, what happened to 2025? I mean, it seemed to come and go so fast, and along with 2025, just the months going by, so many great video games and anime came and went. We got to the final ending of some seasons of some anime. They will be missed, but we can always rewatch them. But that brings me to the topic of the video that sometimes I get so wrapped up in my other stuff that I wonder why I even bother keeping my Crunchyroll subscription, paying like $7 a month for it, even though that's like the cheapest subscription you can get right now. But then I remember I find a series that I absolutely love in 2025, and that's what I want to talk about. The great animes that I found in 2025 and how they're going to proceed into 2026. So let's talk about the great ones that the year 2025 had to offer. Let's start off with My Hero Academia. We finally reached the series finale of that show a couple months ago. So sad that it's finally over, but we can always go back and rewatch the episodes of our favorite seasons. Anyway, it's crazy that it's over. I mean, we started off with Izuku Midoriya, this quirkless little runt who wanted nothing more to be a hero. He spent his life taking notes on these heroes, how they used to use their powers to help society, eventually running into his all-time hero, All Might, and inheriting a quirk of his own, and using that quirk, making friends at his dream high school of UA, and even making his own arch enemy as well. And it is crazy that it's finally over. The journey that this kid went on, from having basically the Olympics of a superhero high school to saving his best friend from the clutches of his arch enemy, to finally being able to wield the power that he inherited from his mentor to 100% and defeating his arch enemy and his arch enemy's mentor. If you have never seen My Hero Academia, I would definitely recommend it because it is one of the best animes that is based on a superhero story. Super fun. I don't mind the way it ended at all. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do hate the way that it ended, but I love how it kind of goes full circle. I'm not going to give any spoilers about how it ends. You're going to have to watch it if you haven't seen it. But yeah, if you love anime about superheroes and you haven't seen My Hero Academia, look into it because it's a great story. It's over, so you can just binge watch episode per episode, season per season. And yeah, it's a great show, a great binge. I highly recommend it. 2025 knocked it out of the park with the final season. So good. As long as we're on the topic of My Hero Academia, let's talk about the spin-off series, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. This one came out early 2025, like in April, and it takes place 5 years before the actual story of My Hero Academia, but it's a really fun story. I mean, how we're introduced to all these new characters, the main character, Koichi, we kind of see his origin of how he kind of becomes a hero vigilante, and we're introduced to like all these other heroes. My personal favorite is this man named Knuckle Duster, he's like really strong, and he's my favorite of the whole show. Like, there's like this little clip show of him just like trying to take down these people on the streets because he believes they're using these illegal drugs, and Koichi's trying to hold him back. It's pretty awesome. Plus, you got this like little pop star, Pop Step, who's just like this, basically this performer. She's not really interested in vigilante work, but what I love about the series is that it's kind of a mix of old My Hero Academia mixed with new My Hero Academia, and it's cool to see Koichi's quirk evolve through the series. Like, there's parts where originally he starts out only being able to glide on the ground, but as the episodes go on, he can be able to like bounce off the air. And then Knuckle Duster, he doesn't really have a quirk, he's just a super strong guy. And then we got characters from the original My Hero Academia series introduced into this, like we got Eraserhead, or we get small clips of All Might, or we get small clips of Endeavor and Midnight. It's so cool that these old heroes from the later series are brought into this new series. It's really fun to watch. Plus, we're introduced to how Hero Killer Stain, he got like this suit of armor original. It's cool how we get to see his costume turned into like how he looks in My Hero Academia, how his costume's like all ragged. It's kind of cool how we see his transformation from like super cool techno guy to super vigilante hero killer. It's really cool. Plus, I just love the story of it, how there's some characters that are heroes that are super annoying that Koichi just doesn't like. There's this one hero, Captain Celebrity. It's really funny because him and Koichi don't get along at all. And if you know the story My Hero Academia, Koichi ends up becoming Captain Celebrity's sidekick in America. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, My Hero Academia Vigilantes is fun to look into. It's got a really fun villain in the first season. 2026, the season 2 has just started, which is awesome. And the first season only has like 13 episodes, so if you want to check that out, you wouldn't be far behind. Anyway, if you love My Hero Academia, you're gonna love My Hero Academia Vigilantes, because it's a fun spin-off. I'd definitely check that out. Next, we got Windbreaker. This anime, the first season of it actually started back in April in 2024. That's when I started watching it. Well, I started watching it like July 2025. But I did watch all of season 1, and season 2 started late 2025. And I have to say, this anime really surprised me from the turn it took. Like, it started out with a show that I thought was just gonna be like an anime that if you want to get your aggression out, you can watch it during a workout, or if you're like feeling super stressed, just watch this show to get your anger and stress out. And I do kind of feel like that's what season 1 is about, but season 2 really took a turn for me, because it's the show about these gangs from school. Like, you got Bufferine, which is like the gang that the high school that the main character and these main casts go to. And then you got these other schools like Kiel, which is kind of like this bully high school. And it's really just about these characters trying to defend their turf, trying to defend the people they care for, the cities that they love. They're trying to defend them against these bullies and people that want to take over their turf. It's a really cool concept. And it's also just like basically an anime about taking care of people that you do care about, and not letting anyone control you, and just doing what you want to do, being the person that you think you are who you are meant to be. That's what this anime is about, and I personally love it. It's really cool. Plus, there's no talk of a season 3 coming out right now, but there is talk of a live action movie. That's gonna be really cool. Anyway, Windbreaker, I would definitely love it. I bet you would definitely love it if you would check it out. If you love anime about protecting people, definitely check out Windbreaker, because that's a great one that it's all about. Next, we got Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 1, Akaza Returns, and I have to say, this was amazing. Like, this came out in September 2025. I got an early screening to it, like a midnight release. I didn't get out of the theater until 3 in the morning. I was super exhausted and I had to go to work like in 4 hours after. But it was so good. I mean, I love the opening to it. Like, remember at the end of the Hashira training arc, how they're all like getting ready to take care of Muzan Kibutsuji? They believe he trapped him, like Ubuyashiki's blown up his palace, and they have him trapped in that like blood demon art trap. But they end up all falling into the Infinity Castle, and that's where it ends. Well, the movie is exactly where that picks up, and it is amazing. We get to see all these demon slayers work together to defeat these little lower class demons. We get to see these great water-breathing sword techniques by Tanjiro and Giyu, the water Hashira. Plus, we get an amazing fight between Zenitsu and Kaigaku. We finally learn what was in the letter that Zenitsu got from that letter that his Sparrow delivered. And it is kind of shocking what the letter was about. If you've never read the manga and you haven't seen the movie, I'm not going to give any spoilers. I've read the entire series of the manga, so I know what it was about. But the movie still did a great job of making it feel devastating of what the letter was about. Anyway, their fight with Zenitsu and Kaigaku is amazing. How fast they are, because they're both students of the thunder breathing technique, so they can move super fast. And the main fight of the movie is Akaza versus Tanjiro and Giyu. And to see Tanjiro and Giyu work together to take on Akaza is just really cool. It's awesome. We finally get to see how strong the water-breathing Hashira Giyu finally is when he's fighting against Akaza. That's awesome. And we also get the super sad story of how Akaza became a demon to work for Muzan Kibutsuji. He has a heartbreaking background, guys. Super sad. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, and the movie will come on Crunchyroll or DVD soon, you'll know what I mean. Anyway, we also get a fight with Shinobu versus Doma. It's amazing how Shinobu is using her poison blade to affect Doma with her different techniques and insect style breathing. It's super cool. It's a super fun fight to watch. It's an amazing movie. Even though it's a little over 3 hours long, I definitely recommend checking it out because it's great. Next, we got the Chainsaw Man movie Reze arc, which, honestly, I'm not a big Chainsaw Man fan. Like, when the series first came out, I did watch it week per episode, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest anime ever, everyone needs to watch it. I'm like, yeah, it's a fun, it's entertaining anime. I like it a lot. If you don't know what it is, it's about this boy who merges with this, like, little dog demon that has a chainsaw as a nose, kind of. So, whenever, like, he pulls the cord of a chainsaw in his chest, he becomes the Chainsaw Man, the Chainsaw Demon. And the movies are really fun. Like, there are some definitely creepy parts, but Reze, like, she's just this girl that Denji, the main character, meets. And for the first half of the movie, it's kind of just like this love story. But it gets changed into a super action-packed movie once Reze reveals who she really is. She's the bomb demon. And for like the next, I don't know, hour of the movie, it's just Denji and Reze fighting, destroying the city. It's super good. I highly recommend it if you're into dark, gory anime about demons. I would recommend it. Or even if you just love action anime and explosions, I would check out Chainsaw Man. Because it feels like a live action movie that Quentin Tarantino would do. Or Michael Bay. But it's a great movie. I wasn't gonna talk about this one, but I want to just because I'm really into it, even though I'm really behind in it. I just started it. It's called, wow, I'm probably gonna butcher what it's called. It's called Gachiakuta? That's how I think you pronounce it. Anyway, it's really cool. It's about these people that live on the surface, and the main character, Rudo, he's kind of like looked down on everyone because he goes through the trash of that the people throw out, and he fixes things, and like everyone's like calling him an outcast, or he's just a person that's gonna go nowhere in life just because he likes to go through the trash. And eventually he ends up getting framed for this murder of it. He has like this guardian that's taking care of him, and his guardian gets murdered, and he shows up right after the guardian gets killed. But the police show up, and since he's the only one there, the killer had escaped at that point. Since he's the only one there and his clothes are covered in blood, everyone's like, oh, he just killed his guardian! He's totally guilty! Throw him in the pit! And the pit is just like this giant hole in the ground that he gets sent to. And the pit is like where everyone dumps their trash. But we later find out that inside the pit, there's these giant monsters made out of trash. And there's also these people that are living down there that are trying to survive. So he runs into these people. And this part kind of like, it's kind of grossed me out. Like, there's this part where these people are super mad at Rudo because he's a surface dweller and they hate what the surface dwellers are doing to the people that live in the pit. So they're like force feeding him trash. And there's a part where Rudo literally bites off the skin, completely bites off the skin, like straight to the bone of this man's fingers, and he eats the skin. And then he goes back to eats more trash, and somehow he like gets these powers to make trash into weapons. And that's how far I've gone into it. It's cool, I love it. It's kind of like a dystopian anime feeling to it. If you've seen it, I'm sure it gets even better from there, but I'm only on like episode 3. Anyway, I'm just talking about that just because I'm really into it and I really like it. So yeah, Gachiakuta, another one to look into. Anyway, that's what I got for you. If you're interested in any of these animes that I've talked about, go on to Crunchyroll and check out 1 or 2 of the episodes, because I don't think you'll be disappointed in the shows that I recommended. Anyway, that's what I got. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Take care.